Alright, our board just warmed up. We're heading towards the first hole. And we are at the Admiral Disc Golf Course in Mobile, Alabama. So, here we go. Alright, this is Mr. Okonski's first throw of the day. And it headed out there somewhere. Not sure it's close to where it needs to be, but we will make that short jaunt down there. As y'all will recall from our Florida competition, we had to compete with alligators. This time, I think we will be alligator free. We might have to fend off the mosquitoes or other type of bugs, but we should be okay. We stopped to get our bug repellent. Back in a moment. Not sure how he's going to get out of this mess, but there it goes. It's on the ground again. And what I did learn from my first competition with Mr. Okonski is you leave the disc where it lies. Don't pick it up. We get in trouble that way. We are out of the thicket, and now hit another tree. Wasn't the basket we were aiming for, but he's pulling out some different type discs. So we should get closer to the chains. Straight shot from here. Woo! Isn't that pretty? Back in the thickets. This course may prove to be a little bit tougher than that Florida one. I'm not sure. He's still got that level of confidence on his face. Oh my goodness. So we are going to make this thing work. He's got his McDonald's coffee. And boy, are we in the thickets. Oh, I think I got that one on film. Nice. Yes! That sound of those rattling chains, that's music to his ears. The crowd is a little quiet right now. We've got to kind of establish ourselves. We're new to this Alabama court. It started out a little bit tough, but he got it in the chains. We're heading to hole number 2. Well, we are very impressed with this course because this course tells you on each one of these chain things what color disc. But as professionals like Mr. Okonski, he doesn't need the sign to tell him what color disc. And I'm glad there's no pink on there because he didn't do too good with pink last time. But he wouldn't listen to his caddy.
I hit so many trees.
We got another tree. Fans, stay out of the thickets. All right, we still have some trees to cut through, but let's see if he can ring those chains. And he got pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. The crowd is, I'm sure you heard the ah. But he'll pick it up here. Goes, and we hear those chains. The crowd is very pleased, and as you can see from the smile on his face, he's going to avoid those trees going forward. Right, he went with that blue disc. We're on hole number 3. And look at that form. And yes, we hit a tree. I think that just may be a hurdle that all the players today are going to be faced with. Connor Okonski is doing a good job with it. He's hitting them high, So if it wouldn't have been there, it would have sailed all the way to the chains. But we are in the thicket here in Mobile, Alabama. There is not a way he will not hit a tree this time. There's just too many in the way. But he is strategizing. I can see it.
Look at that spider.
Let's not worry about spiders right now. He didn't hit a tree. Go, Okonski! Okay, our third throw, and he's got a little bit of ways to go. We'll see with that blue disc. Again, staying away from pink is good for him this game. And look, right there, right there. I can't get it on film yet, but number 4 coming up. All right, here we are, a par 5. So they're going to be a little bit more challenging. The previous competitor, he had to take it in about 10. So let's see what our champion, it's way up there. And I think we heard it land, we just didn't see it land. We're going to have to go looking for that one. And he's going to try this one again, I guess. And that one was a little bit lower to the ground, but it hit a tree, but the tree was way, way down there. Way down there. So we got to hike. It's going to take some strategy on this one. He has got to get through all of those little bitty... Ooh, and he did. He did. You can tell he's got some skill sets here in getting himself out of a jam. Good job, Okonski. All right, we found Mr. Okonski. He is now shooting. I learned a new term here. He is shooting for bogey. Let's quiet down, group. Let's quiet down. And it's in! Yes! Listen to those chains rattle. Bogey. Bogey over here. Concentration. Got to go through some trees. And so close. He had the curvature on it. Everything was looking good. And then it just bounced right before the chains. So I think he is figuring out this course. He really is. He's got to figure out how to get in between all these. I don't know if they're pine trees or what they are, but they're pretty tall, and there's lots of them. Here we are, hole number 6. This is a par 4. What we're shooting for on this one, another new term Caddy Pam learned, is ace. Let's see how that goes. No pressure whatsoever. It's there someplace. I didn't hear any chains, so I don't think we got an ace on that one. But it was so far away, we maybe just missed it.
Oh, I got it through.
Ooh, that's not bad. I think the squirrels out here is distracting.
I'm not going to lie, I think you were recording like the forest off to the side.
Yes, I probably was. Caddy Pam is still new at all this. Maybe by the time we get to Alaska, she'll have this down. Okay, we're hoping for par on this one. He's still a little bit away. Let's see if it hit the top of it, which I think under Alabama disc golf rules, that counts. Because the top doesn't have holes for it to fall into. So we're going to count that one as a par. And the crowd does agree with us. Yes, indeed. So hole number 7, this is a 3 par. He has picked up a different color disc. I like the color of this one. It's kind of a lime green and blue. And that was pretty much a straight throw. It's taken a curve and it's in the water. Oh, why couldn't those spectators stop that from going into the water? It makes no sense. I guess we're going to go swimming, but thank goodness we have no alligators to worry about. Well, it looks like there's not going to be many trees involved in this one. So now that Mr. Okonski has cooled off with that nice little swim, let's see what he can do with this beautiful lime green disc.
As my friend once said, look at all this backhand space. I'm going to throw a point.
Par 4. And the groundskeeper's wanting to make sure that there's nothing in his way. He's gotten closer. I really am. All right, we're ending hole number 9. We picked up that pink one. I've always discouraged him from picking up that one, but we'll see what happens with it. Yep, I'm not going to talk about that pink one anymore with him again. That one should have went in the water. And we heard the basket, but no chains. Because he's using the pink one again. We are at 10. This one is a 3 par. We have a beautiful, beautiful, I can't call it fuchsia, but it is a purpley pink. I've not seen this competitor use. Seen other competitors use that color, but not Mr. Okonski. So, he's looking pretty proud. We are concluding hole number 10. I feel pretty positive we're going to hear those chains rattle. Oh dear, he picked up the pink one again. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. If I ever get my hands on that one, it is going into the water. He's not going to know what happened to that pink one, but it served him well just in that one hole. Well, we are at number 11. It is par 4. I'm encouraging him to use that pink one because this one does involve water, but instead it's orange that he is going with. And we didn't hit water. Way to go, Okonski. Here we go. We got a blue one. The thing is on the other side of a pond. And it's on the ground. It is on the ground. So I'm going to let him walk over that bridge. I'll hold on to his much beloved Frisbee backpack while he finishes this one and then comes back across so we can hook up with hole number 12, which I hope doesn't involve water. Yes, these spectators just love him to death. And now they're screaming, not the pink one, not the pink one. They are all rallying together to get him to see the light. But he did ring those chains. All right, well, we are heading back into the thicket as he approaches hole number 12. This one is a 3 par. But it looks like only a few trees are going to get in his way. Yeah, that one got in his way. That was a good save. That was a really, really good save. Let's see if we get a bogey on this one. And there is the bogey that we were looking for.
It's a par.
Oh, well, maybe a par instead of a bogey. I'm pretty sure it was a par.
Jesus, Mom, you were coming for my throat.
Again, we don't use this term when we're on a professional relationship.
Oh, I'm sorry, commentator.
There you go.
You are coming for my throat.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. And as we walk to number 13, we can see the beautiful running rapids out here on this course. Absolutely phenomenal. But I believe we're heading to number 13. And Mr. Okonski is not a superstitious person at all. He just takes each one of these holes with his whole heart. And we hope we just don't take out the children. Good luck. How many? A par 3. Par 3, people. And I'm in his way. Been a very, very tough course here in Alabama. We had one we lost to a watering hole. And now we have this one that is stuck up in that tree high above his head. So it looks like he's just going to kind of wiggle it down. And that should dislodge it. And a recovery. All pros like the feeling when they can return home with all of their discs. So, number 13, we are on shot number 3, and he got relatively close to the actual chain unit. Here we go, number 13. Let's get a bogey on this one.
Bogey it is.
I think I jinxed him on that one. I should have said a par. There we go. Backhanded. Now you can feel the wear and tear on all of these athletes today. It is a beautiful day in Alabama. Thankfully, we do have all this lovely foliage keeping us masked most of the time from the sun. These competitors are truly, truly, truly in love with this sport. They get along so well with each other. They help each other. And that we learned in Florida. One of the spectators pulled me over to the side. She was with us in Florida, and she says there's something very, very different about one of my most favorite disc golf competitors. He looks like he's using a barber to help him keep his mustache, taken care of. Now that we're out of the pandemic where he can go, I think he is taking advantage of that. So, and I will have to agree with her. He is just a patootie cootie. And you can tell by as many girls that are showing up to watch him play. So, we're at number 14. He's going to end this one, and we are just going to move on to number 15. Getting close to the end here. And that is, again, beautiful, beautiful music as each one of these players hear those chains. So with this one, number 15, we are a par 4. He's picking up a bluish colored one. And as we're getting to the end of this competition, I think it's kind of neck and neck with some of the other top competitors. So it's going to be a finish like no other. Good job, Okonski. Good view of this disc going to hit these chains, and we're going to move on to number 16. There was no doubt on his face whatsoever. He knew as soon as he released that disc that it was going to hit those chains, and it did perfectly. Absolutely perfect. The crowd can't get enough of this kid. They really cannot. Let's move on to number 16. Are with a par 3. Let's see if this upshot works for him. Holy cow, that is a pretty one. That is a pretty one. He may not be able to drive very good, but he can do an upshot.
That was a drive.
Corrected by the professional over here.
I think my commentator does not know what she's talking about. The heat is getting to this individual's head. She took off her cap. Does not know what's going on anymore. Brain.
All right, here we go. Sweet 16. It rattled the chains. Just kind of bounced out. None of these competitors like to see that. It just breaks your heart. Close, but no cigar. But we got it. We're getting close to the very end of this. Hole number 17. It is a par 4, and we've known from previous holes that par 4, I think he leans towards being his favorite. So let's see how he does on this one.
Gosh, dang it.
He is good at hitting trees, but this course, I think that is the stumbling block that a lot of these competitors are facing.
That was the tree to beat. I bet that one was good.
But he's going to try this one again.
Not bad. Oh well.
Again, pink, not his color. Okay, number 17. Really no good shot on this one. The tree is right there. I'm not sure how he's going to handle it. Got to do some sort of curvy thing, or... Whoa! I wish I had the camera on that one. That one, it got to the pole. Had it been a little bit higher up, it would have got to those chains. So the kid does have an eye for strategies in these games. So let's move on. Let's move our attention on to number 18. Here we have number 18. It's a 5 par, so the difficulty on this one, it's going to be a challenge for all the contestants. But we're getting closer and closer to the finale, and still, it is neck and neck. These last 2 holes will paint a beautiful picture of who the champion of this event is going to be. And Mr. Okonski is up there with the ones in the lead right now. So let's stay quiet for these next 2 holes so they can have all the concentration that they need. And he grabbed that purple one again, which has served him well. So let's quiet on down and let him focus. We have a few loud spectators over there, but it's their enthusiasm for the game. It landed. We just don't know where it landed. Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen here. I mean, it's anybody's guess. The stress, it's just... that kind of looked like he was aiming at me on that one. And he got pretty darn close. So let's see if he can hit those chains instead. And there he goes. another bingo, or what do we call what is it called?
Bingo.
It starts with a B.
That was a par, not a bogey.
Oh, I was thinking bogey, but that was a par. Look at him, the champion! The champion! The commentator thought there was 19 holes, there's only 18. No wonder this crowd is being ridiculous about hole number 18. It is just crazy out here. They're going to push through and pour some water on him. It was very, very tight, and he was stressed at the end because he can get that way sometimes. But, you know, he pulled it off. And words from the champion.
I felt really good out there today. Got a couple tough holes in a row. Lost one of my discs. But you know what? Looking out forward to the next tournament. Hoping to see the same competition out there. Hopefully the same commentators out there. She roots for me. She
kind of like a stalker, but
yeah.
He hasn't picked up on that yet. But
some say that she could be related to me. I don't know. I've never seen this woman before in my life. So yeah, we'll see you next time on the tour, and hopefully put up a better score.
Mississippi, here we come. See y'all there. Go Connor Okonski! Woo! He's going into the water after the disc, after much conversation with his advisor, Mom. He's going in. I just hope he doesn't stick his head in the water. But I know it would make me very happy to find that blue disc that kind of looked pretty to me. In a Lucille Ball television show. He might find other things in there and maybe other people's discs, but I hope he finds his. Surely they just float to the bottom. It would be great if they could swim.